What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be watching and reacting to American Horror Story Season 2 Episode 4, which is titled, am I reading that right? I Am Anne Frank, Part 1. Oh, so it's another two-parter? I guess it's Episode 4, so I guess, you know, just like last season, Episode 4 and 5 were a Part 1 and Part 2, so I guess they're doing that again, which is fine by me, but the title just threw me off there, because I'm gonna assume whoever's claiming to be Anne Frank is not actually Anne Frank, because, I mean, she died in the 40s, right? So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be like, I mean, they're in a insane asylum. It's probably someone who thinks they're Anne Frank. Whatever. Let's just watch this. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. If you want to see the full uncut reaction, then my Patreon link that will be in the description down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's watch.
What's your name? I hear you caused quite a disturbance tonight. Some anti-Semitic remark set you off. They made a joke.
Is this the person who thinks she's Anne Frank?
We'll start treatment first thing in the morning.
Oh yeah, man, this was terrible what they did to her, or what he did to her.
As a matter of fact,
what's happening to her?
You'll probably live forever.
What? What did he do to her other than the legs? Her skin looked all messed up.
I could show you a cigarette about now.
That sucks. I tried to escape twice and failed twice.
Arden?
Where is it?
That son of a bitch.
What'd it do? Crawl back inside you? Through which orifice?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The tracer from the creatures in his car?
You still believe me, don't you?
Yeah, of course. But it doesn't matter what I believe.
She believes him because it sounds like she might be innocent too, possibly, if she saw the truth. So she's more likely to believe someone who may also be innocent, I guess.
I can still hear the sound if I let myself.
Oh, are we gonna get to see what happened with her? Her family was chopped up, right? She said they were like chopped up into pieces and they thought she did it. I wonder who did it then, if she didn't do it. Which, like I said, I believe a lot of these characters for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like I'm just more likely to believe them. Oh, God. Who's doing this? And they never caught this guy? They really immediately put the blame on her? Oh my God. Oh. So who was this guy?
I lost my father and my stepmother that night. I lost my stepsister the next day when she accused me of murdering them. Red and Patsy were secretly lovers. They wanted the farm for themselves. They planned every detail to convince the police.
Oh.
I believe you.
How fucked up would that be if we learn later on in the season that she actually did do it? I mean, they showed us very clearly in that flashback that she did not do it, but it could be one of those, you know, unreliable narrator type flashbacks.
You don't belong here. You're not a danger to society. You were right to try to escape.
You head shrinkers are such hypocrites. According to your Bible, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, I'm sick.
Yeah, when was that removed from it? What year was it?
And they can't keep you here if they don't have a current diagnosis. If I can convince them that I've cured you, they'll be forced to release you.
Oh, you gotta pretend just for now. Well, you know, you can try to change things when you're out of there, which is terrible that she has to do it in the first place. I know, but like, this place is awful, so. Every episode, they're gonna play this song. I know it. It's actually not that bad of a song. It's just they keep playing it so much.
You must be the new girl.
You were there.
What?
In Auschwitz.
What? Was he actually?
Orderly.
I would believe it, you know. He acts like a Nazi.
I am Anne. Anne Frank!
Was he actually there though? Because like that's not, I'm trying to think, like he could have came from there for all we know. I have no idea. But she's not actually in Frank though, so.
You think I'm crazy? Anne Frank died, Bergen-Belsen, in 1945, just weeks before the camp was liberated.
There were so many bodies when the Allies arrived. Thousands, buried in mass graves. But I wasn't one of them. I was too sick to tell anyone my name. Afterwards, I kept to the streets in Germany.
You know, honestly, it could be. Maybe this universe, they just decided to change history a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna say no. She's probably just, you know, out of her mind.
And you made no attempt to contact your father.
I wanted to, but he had a new family. But more than that, it was the diary. People finally started to pay attention to what they'd done to us. All because of a martyred 15-year-old girl. She had to stay 15.
That weirdly enough makes sense, but again, I don't believe it.
If I deem you sane, you'll almost certainly go to the electric chair. But if I judge you unfit to stand trial, you'll be allowed to live out the rest of your days here. The problem is I don't think you're crazy, but I don't think you're evil.
You think I'm innocent?
Yeah, possibly.
The innocent victim of a brutish society which drove you to commit acts so terrible, so antithetical to who you are as a person, that your psyche concocted this elaborate fantasy about alien abduction to absolve you of your guilt.
I mean, that's possible, but how do you explain the chip thingy, you know? I mean, he doesn't know about that, obviously.
I am willing to lie to the courts in order to save your life, but only under one condition. You face the truth of what you've done.
But he doesn't want to lie to himself if he actually didn't do it.
He seemed kind.
He looks like he would be a Nazi. Like, you know, no offense to it's not about the actor. It's just like how the character acts in this, you know?
The gods would never strike us when he was present. He wanted to help, he said. But he couldn't treat all the girls, he would say. So he left it to chance.
Why does that look so accurately like Dr. Arden? I thought that was the same actor, but it looks like a different actor. That's insanely good casting. Holy shit.
He had made them sick.
Oh, ooh.
Donna Burton, a librarian, was abducted from the Wasabi County Library, a short drive from the gas station where you work. Her remains were found 2 days later. Her skin had been removed.
They showed him doing it. Does that mean he actually did it? You think it's possible that the chip inside of him was controlling him to do that? So he did do it, it's just he was out of control? I can't tell if these flashback sequences are real or not.
All that shame finally found its real target.
I know what I saw.
You didn't see anything because you weren't there.
Oh shit. Maybe she was there, but she's just not Anne Frank, you know what I mean? I don't know. I have no idea. So many mysteries. Oh, that was a really cool shot.
The Brave, Miss Lana Winters.
This is her imagination here.
I did everything I could think of to survive. And then I did what I had to do to get out.
Hell yeah. Ooh, the music's going hard right now.
How soon can we begin your therapy?
Well, you're not actually doing therapy, are you? Like, I thought they were just gonna say they were just gonna, like, pretend, you know? Pretend like he cured her, you know?
Are you seeing Sister Jude?
Do they actually have to do stuff?
What if I am crazy? What if I imagine the whole thing? The spaceship, the creatures, all abducted. What if I made it all up because I couldn't face up to what I'd done? Dr. Threat said he said some things that are starting to make sense.
Well, if you were crazy, they wouldn't make sense to you. Self-doubt is a sure sign of
That actually makes sense.
What am I? Crazy or sane?
Well, you don't have to do that.
I don't care. Whatever you are, I'll be with you.
They're gonna kiss. Felt that coming from a mile away. Felt that coming 2 episodes ago. Their breaths probably stink. I'm sure they have toothbrushes here, but for some reason I just don't. I don't believe they're like, you know, keeping up with it. Actually, do they even? I don't know. Do you think they provided toothbrushes for the patients? Actually, I don't know. Probably not. Oh no. Shit.
I've taken the liberty of choosing one, Sister Jude.
I don't know what's gotten into you lately, sister, but it's a decided improvement.
That's really telling, Sister Jude. You'd prefer a demon over just a regular, you know, girl she was before.
Just give us our beating and get it over with.
I think a more reliable step needs to be taken. Sterilization. For the both of you.
Oh my god.
She's not the innocent girl she claims to be.
We don't really know, to be honest.
Well, your colleague here has been accused of roughing up a certain lady of the evening.
Oh.
A prostitute?
Oh, it's about that.
I've never even met the woman. Must have been frightening, meeting strange men.
Smart that she went to the police. That's good.
She says she saw some things which alarmed her. obscene material, pornography, Nazi memorabilia.
Oh, yeah, so he is a Nazi.
This is utter hogwash.
Hogwash.
Did you say Nazi memorabilia?
This is outrageous. I have no idea what I'm even being accused of.
Aren't you going to arrest him?
For what?
We are the vice detectives.
Actually, sister, we're homicide.
Did she end up dying? Did he?
You Kit Walker.
What about him?
He seemed like the kind of guy that would have the surgical skill to remove a woman's skin.
This guy's... what the fuck's going on? Oh my god. So she was killed like that. Is it possible that Arden did it then? He went after her later on and killed her? That's entirely possible. Oh, I don't want to see her throwing up.
What is this stuff?
Apomorphine, a standard drug for this kind of cutting-edge aversion therapy.
Oh, that's fucked up. Is that her?
How did you get that?
From your house when I was there.
Bro, that's weird. Why would you do that? Why? This guy's weird. Like... Oh. I don't want to see it again. I don't like it. Ugh. Ah!
I need a few more minutes.
Let's move on to the conversion part of your therapy. I think you might actually enjoy this part.
Why would she enjoy that?
We'll begin with very simple visual stimulation. Daniel will take off his robe, and you will regard his physique.
How can this not be seen as weird and fucked up? Like, even back then, like, this is just, like, you know?
Actually, I'm gonna ask you to touch yourself.
What? Why? Come on. I thought she was just gonna pretend. But doing all this, like, I thought he was gonna pretend, is what I'm saying. Like, I thought he was gonna just say, oh yeah, I converted her, she's good to go, and then they would let her free, you know? But he actually wants to do all this? Like, come on, man. Well, why? This is hard to watch.
Give me a few minutes.
Ugh. I thought this guy was chill, but I don't like the doctor anymore.
There is a patient who survived the death camps. She remembers him.
Which patient is this?
Her name is Anne.
And who?
Oh.
And Frank,
Now
I know
he's gonna think she's losing her mind.
You're so eager to believe any calumny, any vile thing said about this man you despise, that you're taking the word of an inmate in a mental ward.
Father, this isn't about me. I am trying to protect you.
Do you think alcohol has compromised your judgment in these matters?
I mean, that's possible, but let's be real here. In this case, I don't think that's the issue.
They're on to you, Arthur. If you have any housekeeping...
Oh shit, he knows about it? Oh, what the fuck? So many evil characters, man.
Why'd you lie to me, Grace? There was no man named Red. You killed your stepmother and then your father.
What'd you want? You want to hear me say I'm sorry for what I've done? I'm not sorry.
Tell me the truth.
Wait, so what happened?
I was so young when it started. My father would come into my room at night and do things.
Oh, what the fuck?
I finally got the courage to tell my stepmother. She gave me candy to keep quiet.
Oh my god. So she did do it, but what her father was doing, that, like, you know, I don't really feel bad for her family there, you know? But what'd she do to her sister, though? Why'd she kill her sister? Or did she not?
Are you repulsed by what I am?
No. I admire you.
Every time they cut to this song playing, it's like comedic at this point.
I'm so sorry, Lena. I wish I had been a real help. I'm not an aversion therapy advocate, but I thought it made sense in the moment.
Then why the fuck? Why did it make sense in the moment? Why? Why can't you just lie? Just tell them you cured her, but don't like. Why can't you just do that?
I thought you'd want it.
They'll never let me keep this.
You only have to hide it until the end of the week. I'm leaving here on Friday, and I am taking you with me. I don't know how yet,
shit. Okay, maybe I don't completely hate this guy then. I guess the thing is like that sort of stuff was normalized at that time, so I understand, like, But still, like, I don't see how you can go through something like that and think it's not completely fucked up.
And I was taught that God sees everything. Is that true?
It is.
Even if I might not remember some terrible act that I might have committed, He knows, right?
God knows all.
Well, then He knows if I murdered those women. He knows if I did those horrible things. I must have. And those creatures, the creatures, they can't really exist.
She saw something.
Help me find God. I'll admit to everything that
My child, we're all sinners.
What the things I've done, sister.
That you can't recall.
Wow. Oh, God.
What have you been saying about me?
The truth.
Your lies have caused me a great deal of embarrassment.
What are you gonna do to me? The same things you did to those girls in Auschwitz? Huh?
You want to know what goes on in here? You're about to find
I
out.
don't even know what to believe anymore. I at least know this guy's at least sort of evil, regardless of what's the truth or not. We've seen. Holy shit, how did she get a gun?
I'm not the only one who's onto you. Sorry.
Oh, she took it off of the... Oh.
Confess, Hans Gruber. Nazi piece of shit.
You think she pretended to be crazy to get in here? Just to do this? We don't need all this. Just finish him off. Oh, shit. That's how it's gonna end? Well, to be fair, it's a part 1. So we're gonna watch part 2 probably right after. I did that for the first season as well. I watched part 2 in the same day. Probably gonna do that again because I need to see what's gonna happen next. There's a chance she is just a spy and she was like, remember he was afraid of Kit being a spy? And then it turns out this girl might actually end up being a spy because that could be possible. I don't know. That seems kind of crazy though, but I don't know. Really love this episode though. The aversion therapy stuff was really hard to watch. Probably the hardest thing the show's done so far in terms of like just a scene. It was just really just, I mean, the throwing up obviously makes, you know, it's always going to be hard to watch that, but even just the subject matter itself, it's pretty hard to watch. We learned a lot more about, well, I'm so interested in Sister Jude because like, she's obviously not a good person, but like just seeing how she interacts with certain characters, sometimes sympathizes with them, like in that end scene with Kit, I thought was really interesting. So that stuff was cool. I'm still forgetting the name of the girl who was with Kit. What was her name? I'm sure they said it at some point in the episode, but I'm forgetting her name. But we obviously got to learn her backstory. And it seems like she did kill her parents. I don't know, you know, what happened with the sister though, because did they mention before she died as well? I thought they did, but I could be wrong. But she did seem to have a reason to kill the father, at least just based on what was happening to her. So, you know, I don't think that makes her a bad person necessarily. She was just trying to get out of a terrible situation. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this episode. I can't wait to watch the next one. So let's get that as soon as we possibly can. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I will see you all in my next one. Don't forget to check out the full cut reaction on the Patreon as well. Peace out.